Today we are going to go into detail unfolding about a well-known crime syndicate known as Katiso Molefe. Katiso is one man known from his infamous underworld crimes that started from as early as 2000s. But he was living his life as a businessman in Santon, Johannesburg by the time of his recent arrest. Rumors have allegedly started to spread that he was a mastermind in organized crimes. Most people ask who is Katiso KT Molefe under the top 5 cartel syndicates. Since he was known a tender tycoon, a lot of people were curious to know who he is. But he was living his life as a businessman in Santon, Johannesburg by the time of his recent arrest. Katiso Molefe, also known as Katiso KT Molefe, allegedly was born and raised in Johannesburg, Soweto, in a place called Mapetla in the year 15 March 1975. But according to court files, there's been a different birth year of which stated 1963. It is alleged he obtained his BA in economics at the University of Johannesburg and his MA in development studies at the University of Limpopo. There's been information he's been in business for many years of his life experiences, and he was once a provincial manager at a national lottery, board handling grants and projects. He was a public servant turned into a tycoon, but little did people know about what lies beneath. His crimes started as early as 2000s. He was already into drug trafficking and organized crimes. His role was a runner and associate under Marcos Mapa, major drug kingpin of that era allegedly, well known for his supply of crack and cocaine in the streets of Gauteng. He started an international chain supply to the United Kingdom, and that's where he got arrested between 2002 to 2004. He was arrested for Class B narcotics and cannabis. In 2004, he was also charged with identity fraud, using allies a name Labisa David Taboho, with an identity stated 1964 birth year, and he was also charged with firearms offenses. Not much was known after that. Little did they know is that decades later, he will be faced with 35 criminal counts. In July of year 2025, police raided Molefe Midrand Mansion to discover cash and luxury goods. A bail of 400,000 was granted, and that was a flight risk, and it pissed a lot of people, despite his intimidation of witnesses. On the 6th of July, General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi had a press briefing where he opened up about how the state is also run by police cartel protecting figures like Molefe in political killings and cartel ops. On the 17th to 19th September, Mkhwanazi also accused Molefe of corrupting Johannesburg Metro Police.
And given bail more than once already. A person who was murdered, accused of murdering 5 people and more, and drugs on top of that, but is out on bail. So you begin to wonder. So when you wonder, then you start probing more. That's why I'm talking about recordings that end up being made.
Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo, head of crime intelligence in the South African Police Service, SAPS, provided high-profile testimony before the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry into Criminality, Political Interference, and Corruption within the criminal justice system. His evidence detailed connections between alleged criminal cartels, top police officials, and political associations, highlighting electronic communications, alleged corruption plots, and pushback against high-level decisions. In 2004, Molefe got convicted by a court in the UK for possession of the cannabis drug. On 29 September 2025, crime intelligence boss Dumisani Khumalo provided further information during the Madlanga Commission into a sophisticated organized criminal syndicate called the Big Five, which Molefe is part of. Katiso KT Molefe's co-accused and alleged co-conspirators hitmen in the high-profile murder and conspiracy cases include Michael Poole Tau, police, SAP's officer, Tiago Floyd Mabasela, and Musa Kakana. The 4 briefly appeared in the Alexandra Magistrates Court, where the matter was postponed to August 6th for a formal bail application. DJ Vintos, whose real name was Hector Bythalese, was gunned down outside a nightclub in Orlando East, Soweto, in March 2022, 8 months before the murder of popular DJ Somebody. According to police, DJ Vintos was ambushed by suspects driving a BMW X5. Don Tindlini was killed on the N1 highway near the N17. It was also suspected there was a cartel pushback, including threats and evidence of suppression. Just like the other criminal syndicate Kat Motlala, he doesn't work alone. Commission's evidence points enablers like Brown Mogotsi, an ex-ANC insider and businessman from Northwest, also accused of rigging tenders for the cartel, and Major General Lesetja Sinoma. There was a time where a Gauteng police sergeant Fanny Nkosi was seen on a CCTV leaving the Sandhurst house of Katiso Molefe. He is currently facing multiple charges, including murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and possession of firearms and ammunition.